I want to tell you a little bit about house parties and what it was like back in those days. This house right back of me here, that's where Robert Nighthawk have played at for house parties. And this is the type of house, and some worse, that I have played here in Mississippi, right here on this same farm. And this is the place where people used to go on Saturday nights because they didn't have any other place to go. Because if they went to town, they could only stay in town until 9 o'clock, and then they come back out here until 12 at the most. They come back out here, and then they go to the house party, what they call jukes or dance. House parties, well, people would come out of town in like 9 and 10 o'clock like that, and they come to the house party. Many of them wouldn't go to town on Saturday night because they have more pleasure coming to a house party like this house here in the back of me here. You see, in that way, they wouldn't be worried about getting arrested or getting put in jail or whatnot. They just come in and have their fun until all night, sometime until daylight the next morning. And then maybe on a Sunday, they'd be there for all day Sunday night until time coming for them to go in, and so they could go to work Monday morning. Oh, sometimes it'd be 60 or 70 people be there, and sometimes it'd be less. Sometimes maybe be over 15 or 20. You know what I mean? But that's people like to go to them house parties back then. Because I used to play for Richard Doodley. I used to play for Atla King, live here on this place. See, I played a little bit. Willie Jackson run a little thing one time, a little bit, and I played a little bit there. And so, that's the way it goes. Well, see, the way it is, and we used to be here in Mississippi, was all the way bootlegging. There wasn't no license and anything like that you could get for selling whiskey around here on these farms and selling home brew or beer or whatever you had. You know what I mean? They mostly made their whiskey bootleg and made their home brew, what they call homemade beer, and they'd sell that, and, to make their money. Then run the dice game in the back, and that's how they cut off on the dice game. That's how they'd make a living. Just like this house party is what we used to play here. Well, I played at a house party recently in Pine Bluff there for a fellow at Robert Love's house. And back then they played to make a little money off of whiskey and a little home brew. Well, he have a little wine and little beer and stuff like that, and make a little money on it. Whenever anybody come along that want any. He'd buy wine for $1.05 a pint, and he'd sell it for $2. And he'd buy beer like 75 cents or 50 cents a can, and then he'd sell it for $1. Whiskey $1.35 half pint, and he'd sell it for $3. And that's how you make him a little money. Bootleg. Yeah, bootleg.
Last night I could hear you calling me in my dream. Last night I could hear you calling me in my dream. You're the best little woman, honey, baby, I ever seen. Get out, bro. One get it all night long, don't cost me nothing. Hey, get up. I was late last night, baby, I can hear you calling my name. I was late last night, I can hear you calling my name. Ever since you've been gone, baby, my life don't seem the same. All right, then.
part in time. Those days done late dance. These late years, it wasn't done old time dance. Because he used to do a lot of two-step back when I was playing here on the same farm. Do a lot of two-step, jitterbug and stuff like that. But they don't do that nowadays. Not in house parties like in Arkansas.
One morning, baby, you found yourself in a
one of them fellas that was sitting there inside of me in the chair, his name was Son. Well, he been knowing me for a long time. And he just likes my music. And he always, whenever he can, if I'm around, he can get there, he always come around and listen to me play because he remember the times back. So even when I used to play, he used to come around me while I play. He'd be playing at Howard Party. And so wherever I be now, he'd always show up because he likes that type of music. And many others are there, like Jimmy, he likes that type of music. Robert Love, Maxine, Beaver, many others there. Birdman, all of them like that type of music. That's why they be around there when I'm going to play. If they can get there, they do.
Welcome to NG. You know I'm talking about timing. Baby, I'm talking about timing. Prison farm. I'm talking about timing. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about timing. Prison farm. But again, never been down there. Baby, you know I'm not the only one.
Yeah, that right up this road here, this little gravel road right in front of this store. Yeah, that was up this road here. A fella called Richard Doodley, he had a place there. And I and James Trump was playing there. And there's another giant was down the same road to my right here. And they was having a dance. And so the boy come on up there where I was because wasn't nobody at his place. And they had a fight there that night. And guy got shot. And girl got shot. Okay, and there's another boy called Black Robert. He was sitting down side of me on the floor because I didn't drink whiskey. And he sat down there, because he played guitar. And when people give me whiskey, I'd give it to him. And they got to fighting and shooting. And this boy jumped up from downside of me. And I don't know where he went. None of us never saw him no more from that day until this one. None of us never saw him again. And used to be a fellow there called Edgar. He had a big pistol in his pocket. He went and closed the door and said if anybody come in, he was going to shoot. And that had me hemmed up there. And I'd walk on crutches and had me hemmed up there. I couldn't get nowhere. So I stayed inside the house. People getting shot. I was like, what I dozed, I knew I was going to get shot. So I stayed in the house.
Stop your ass, baby. I'm coming back and trying again. I'm gonna do a little something. hear about grandmother and grandfather.
Hey, I like my grandmother.
Yeah.
And I love my grandpa.
Sometimes the old lady get mad because grandpa don't bring no coffee home.
Oh, yeah. We can bring them hard corn, too.
Sometimes old man get out shake his pipe when he ain't supposed to.
Why? Why do you do that?
You know the rule.
Oh, no. Go get it. You know what I'm talking about. Don't play. Don't play.
I'm talking about y'all, grandmother. I'm talking about mine.
Okay. Go play.
You know my grandmother got mad because my grandfather didn't bring no coffee home. Grandmother got mad because my grandfather didn't bring no coffee home. Well, he didn't bring her what she needed. You know, the old lady knowed he was doing something wrong. She said, now, Grandpa, what made you love my grandmother so? She said, Grandpa, Daddy, why you love my grandmother so? You know she got the same sweet sugar she had 40 years ago. You know my grandfather got drunk and he kept on walking up and down the street. You know my grandfather got kind of drunk. He was walking all up and down the street. You know what? You know my grandmother got kind of mad. He was shaking his pipe at every young girl he made.
They don't go out to places, like clubs and stuff like that, but they like to get to a private place to see where they just, kind of let the hair down, so to speak.
Look up the blue. That's the other stuff.
Oh, I got to win.
They had a good time, you know what I mean? And they're still talking about it. I want to know when that's going to happen again. There's nothing I can tell them.
Grandma, what they do? Love my grandpa so. Grandma, what make you love my grandfather so? You know why? You know the old man got the same pipe. The old man had 40 years ago.
All right. Hey!
Back those days, now playing with Robert Nighthawk, to give you a good illustration of what it was like. You go to a place and play, and they didn't have much money as they do now, but they fix your supper for you, your dinner, they fix your place to sleep and eat and stuff like that, and, give you a nice time while you were there. And you come back home, your rent, you could pay your rent because it wasn't amount to much, and you could eat off of that little money. And things was good back then. You know what I mean? People enjoyed it. Things was good back then, but it's still better now. Things was good. A lot of time you had to be careful about the places you worked, but still, they mostly always treat the musician nice and never bother him, the musician. But now, A lot of times if it get too rough, you'd have to get your stuff and get out. See? A lot of times police would come in and raid the places, and they never put the musician in jail. They just tell them to take the stuff down, go back where it came from. You see, we just take down and leave. But other than that, we didn't have no trouble. Parties and joints and stuff like that, because they'd had a bootleg whiskey, and then they hadn't went up and talked to the police or the law or whatever you might call them about doing these things. A lot of people just go out and do it on their own, consent. But you had to get consent from police or whoever you was, living on this farm or whatnot. A lot of them didn't do that, and they get raided. See? Then you just have to take your stuff down and leave. But other than that, it was a lot of fun. Didn't make no lot of money, didn't make no big living, but it was a lot of fun. But nowadays, it's not for the fun, it's for the money and for the living. parties is okay, but I don't like house parties too much because there's not enough money, and also he wants to fight so much when you play for house parties. House parties no more now. Yeah, it's died out now. People's left the farms and they moved to the cities, and the music went to the cities, such as Chicago, New York, California, and different places like that. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Well, there's not much, nothing going on now on the farm. Most of the houses are gone, the people are gone. I'm a Delta blues musician. I play the blues the way it is. See, my type of blues that I play is, it tells a story about what we are doing right now, finding out about these places to play, like this house right there in front of me, and other places here, private homes that I played, and the things that people went through back in those days. Well, the songs of the blues is made concerning people that what they went through with back those days. It told the story of how they lived, what they, what they could expect to live by, everything. It tells it all.
Oh, I hate to see you go. Hey! So long, baby, honey. Oh, I hate to see you go. That's right. Now the way that I will miss you.
I enjoyed myself, and I appreciate them being here. And then anytime, if y'all want to come back on to welcome, welcome, welcome. You are so welcome.
Well, I said, anytime you be around, gee.
You are welcome.
Come on around.
Anytime, if y'all want to come back.
For your boss man, one gonna treat me right. Work hard in the daytime, rest easy at night. Big boss man, won't you hear me when I call?
Blues expresses them yourself. You see, they're like you make a song, you sing it. Well, that's expressing yourself. It says something to you, make you think back, or make you think forward. It don't just only, have to be sad, or it don't necessarily have to be make you happy. So at the age of 10, I had polio and had to go to the hospital, stay 2 years and 7 months. When I came out, I couldn't use my hands good. So I had to learn all over again. So I learned to play then with the strings upside down with a case knife.
Well, I'm gonna find me a boss man, work from sun to sun. I asked for a cool drink of water, you wouldn't give me none, big boss. You see, after all, I know you all had heard that. Everybody said, this is quiet. I said, you ever heard it before? Man, everybody said quiet. I know you heard it before. See, can't fool me. Anyway, I'm glad y'all like it. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to bring back a little few memories in the blues and let you know how I got started. That's all. And so we're here today and talk about it, and hope you enjoy it while we're here, and here to do some filming, and I hope very much that you all get a chance to see it on television, when the time is right. Well, what we are doing is trying to let the younger generation know just what happened. You hear Elvis Presley, you know about him, don't you? Any of you know about Elvis Presley? You've heard it. You know about him, don't you? Okay. Well, how do you think he got famous? Off the songs he written? He didn't write them. He recorded black people's songs to get famous. So did the Rolling Stones, so did the Beatles, so do many others. You see, but now many people like y'all hear rock music, you say, oh my goodness, that's real good. You never thought once where it came from. Came from the blues. Jazz came from the blues. All of it comes from blues. Now, just like I play this type of music here, some person, maybe some of you in this room right now, as you grow older, maybe you think about how I played or some other guy played. Well, you'll venture out a little further and make a little different sound, see? And then you bring it out and give it a new name. But after all, where it came from. See, that's the way it goes.
Bulldog. You know I'm gonna turn round my front door. You know I'm gonna buy me a bulldog. I'm gonna turn round my front door. You know when I'm not at home, watch my girl everywhere she goes. You know why? You know I just hate to be alone. I guess you know why. You know I really hate to be alone. You're gonna visit her mother, but I know something is going on wrong. She wouldn't visit her mother that much. Around, I'm gonna find someone else to call my own. I don't know why. Sometimes I don't know what to do. You know I don't know why. You know I really don't know what to do. You know somebody done stole my woman, and they stole my bulldog too.
Okay. Well, now, a particular song of that kind that wouldn't be made for just, what I mean, say, playing in a club or something like that. That was strictly made for vendors, you know what I mean, and record players. Just like if, see, a lot of people drinks a lot, and you have to remember that, you know what I mean, when you're a musician. You have to try to find something to fit their mood, see. A lot of time maybe their wife done left them, maybe the best girl done cut out, you know what I mean? Well, they could listen to something like that, and that makes them feel a little better. They'd reach over and get another little drink then, you know. I mean, you gotta feel better, see. Well, that's what you have to take into consideration. Okay, now I'm gonna play a faster one. Now, this is a type of music here what you would dance around with. There was a little bitty chicken fell in love with a chicken hawk. There was a little bitty chicken fell in love with a chicken hawk. She fell head over heels, honey, for that hawk's sweet talk. She said, take me up, hawky baby, take me up in the sky. She said, take me up, hawky baby, take me up in the sky. I'm just a little bit of chicken, baby, and I don't know how to fly. She says, I've been away.
What's all the cities you played in?
Oh, my goodness, I couldn't answer that in a million years. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I just called off a few because I really couldn't. I never kept track of all the places. Sometimes I forget where, but a lot of places I've been. I've played in, I'll just name it like this. I played in Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee, Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, Michigan, New York City. So, and them places I played in a lot of places, all through different towns, cities, out in the country, rural areas, all.
You just write about experiences that you had?
Huh?
You just write about experiences that you had?
No, not necessarily. No, not necessarily. No, see, you don't just write all songs about yourself. You write songs about other people. And about other different objects, human beings and whatnot. You know, you don't just write a song alone about yourself. You see, that would be telling a story about yourself. You write that down, all right enough, but not in a song. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll let you play my guitar. If you anybody out there play guitar, come forward, you can play.
Come on, Deborah. Come on, Deborah.
Now, I'll do it with somebody out there that can play a guitar, see? I don't say you play in my key, but now you just tune it the way you like. Can you tune it the way you want? Oh, well, I thought you... I know that would be next. Well, go ahead and see what you can do with it. Well, see, at least you trying, that's right. See, anytime a person... Well, I'll just do this one. I don't have but a few minutes anyway. Oh my goodness, see, I ain't got nobody to help me on that one.
I'm 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody to help me see.
You know it. Come up and sing it with me.
me, say, well, why you don't play rock? You make more money. Well, that's just the same as a person singing expression. You wouldn't go up there and ask them and say, why you sing expression? That's just their field. Blues is by field. If you play rock, rock is your field. You play country and western, that's just your field. That's the way it is. Everybody have their own choice.